Hey, what's going on? I've got Ash around today to work on my exhaust for me. Say hi, Ash.
Yo.
Hello. Because after my last welding escapade, I've decided to never do that again. So yeah, Ash, being the professional that he is going to do a bang up job. So got a little dump pipe hanging off the back there now, all V-band clamps and everything. So it's going to be a lot easier to work with long term. And it's going to be a lot prettier than what I would have come up with, so let's go see some of what he's doing. That'll work. That'll do.
The first part of welding any exhaust together involves cutting up some bends or straight pieces of pipe and applying a couple of small welds called tacks to only just hold the pieces together so we can test fit it all in the car and double check our measurements. That way, if anything isn't right, we can easily break it apart and start again rather than having to cut everything apart with an angle grinder. This V-band circular fitting at the top of the dump pipe can be welded in place properly at this point because there's only really one place it can go.
Okay, so that's the dump pipe all tacked up, and now he's getting on to putting it all together for real, so let's have a look.
Argon gas is heavier than air, so by sealing the lower end up with tape and filling the pipe with gas, any air inside the pipe is purged out the higher end, resulting in better, stronger welds.
Oh, holy shit. What?
You're in there 5 seconds ago. There we go.
Yeah, right.
Now it just goes in.
Yep, that's pretty good. Hang on, I'll throw a bolt in. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, there's like no, it's like one thread. Alright, so that's the dump pipe basically done. Ash has tacked it all together, we've test fitted it on the car, and he's gone back and welded it beautifully, I must say. That was amazing. And we also have screamer pipe all tacked up, test fitted as well. So yeah, it's going to drop down fairly close to the bottom of the car, which is good. It's going to come out right next to the dump pipe, which is nice. I want to try and keep it as hidden as possible. So right now, Ash is just putting the oxygen sensor into the dump pipe as well. I'm just going to quickly throw a mask on. So that's about as far back as we can put the oxygen sensor bung before we start running into problems hitting the firewall, like when the sensor's sticking up out of there. So yeah.
Just doing small welds to keep the heat down. Less chance of fucking with threads inside it.
Ah, right. Yeah. I'm so happy that that Ash is here doing this, because this is something I definitely didn't want to have to do again. It's easy to just get somebody else to do it, I think. So massive thanks to Ash for coming around and helping with this. So that's the dump pipe there all done. Everything welded up, V-band on the top, oxygen sensor bung, and the flange to mate up to the cat. And my mask is slowly closing on me while I'm talking, which explains my voice getting very muffled. And look at this is so clean. And then that flange there mates up to the cat at the back, so that's pretty cool.
The V-band fitting on the back of the turbo wasn't the right size from factory, so we cut it off and welded on the matching half from our new V-band pair, which meant we could bolt our new exhaust directly onto the back of the turbo, using only V-band clamps.
Yep, that's good. Do you have two of the bolts down there?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Is that any easier?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Cool. Cool. So we're just having a bit of a problem getting the dump pipe onto the V-band because we've left a little lip on the inside of the pipe there. And so what Ash just did was cut a bit of the corner off the off that lip just to buy us another kind of millimetre or so of clearance to slip on a bit easier. So hopefully we can get that on when it's all in the car now.
Yes.
No. Very nice.
Instagram.
Look at that. Mwah. Probably shouldn't get too close. It's probably still hot.
Bye.
No. I've had enough of your shit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
That's the magic paper. Magic steel. It's basically steel wool, isn't it?
But better.
Yeah.
Has a lot to do with how much gas you use too.
Yeah, right.
It's like, technically I could weld with less gas, but fuck, it would be a pain in the ass to clean.
Yeah, right.
Real
Okay.
pain in the ass.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So I use enough gas to weld and make it easy clean, but not too much I'm wasting gas. Otherwise
Yeah.
I'll come up with enough as it is like.
So what were we saying before? Like 30 litres per minute is like your Instagram
Yeah,
welds.
30-40 litres a minute.
And so what are you using?
Around 8 to 12.
Yeah, right.
Usually, yeah, 10 to 12 parameters.
It's still like that comes up perfect.
Yeah.
So that's about everything ready to go. The dump pipe on. We've bolted that all in place with the V-band. I'll just put the oxygen sensor back in there as well, which I haven't actually run for a very long time on this car. And I've actually plugged it back in too. That's the other miracle. So the dump's on. It's connected to the cat underneath. As you can see there. So that's the old existing cat section, and then that's the new dump pipe there. And this is now the screamer pipe ready to go on. So let's get the gate back on and get the screamer on that as well and see how it sounds. Hang on, let me loosen this a bit and rotate it a bit. But any engine movement is going to bounce a bit, but might be alright. Okay, try this one more time. You bastard. Alright. So that's everything on the engine, off the back of the turbo, wastegate, hooked up, screamer pipe. Now the moment of truth, let's see how it sounds. Alrighty, here we go. That sounds very different to what it used to sound like.
Wait until it's hot cold style though.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, everything seems to be running as it should, which is such a nice feeling for this car. Listen to it, it sounds so smooth. It's so good. So there you go guys, that's the whole exhaust now fitted up to the new turbo. So off the back of the new turbo there's a nice new shiny beautiful dump pipe with the oxygen sensor bung in there, as well as the V-band fitting at the front to clamp onto the back of the turbo. And Ash has also welded just a normal kind of 3-inch 2-bolt flange to the bottom of that dump pipe to mate up to the existing cat that I had on the car. So yeah, stoked with that. It looks great. It sounds pretty damn good too. The only other thing that I really want to see is what it sounds like on gate, because obviously now it has an external wastegate and it has you know, about 150mm of screamer pipe coming off it as well. So considering the gate has a 7-pound spring, it's going to be able to hit gate really, really early, which is awesome. So pretty soon I'll try and take this out for a test drive and hopefully be able to get some clips of what it sounds like cruising, boosting, and on gate. I won't be able to push it too hard for now, because obviously it's still a stock fuel system, stock ECU, but I'll still be able to put a few PSI through the system and see how it sounds and iron out any kinks. So hope you enjoyed watching this video guys. Once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Instagram, Facebook, and as always, catch you next time.